What a beautiful place. I think I'll stop here to have coffee. Of course, there did happen to be a bunch of people surfing. There did happen to be a Florida cop sitting right there, but I thought, whatever, I'll have my coffee with the waves. And soon after I shut this video off, I got stuck in the sand. It was hectic, but I got it with a shovel and a little bit of trying. I split this trip up into 5 or 6 hour drives. It just makes the trip easier. I don't mind camping, so that's what I did. And I found this place in Georgia. It's a pretty good state park. I always come in late at night and leave early in the morning, so it's less important what's around than it is just a quiet night. I was kind of misting out. I thought to myself, is it worth putting up some sort of canopy? But I realized I hate unpacking the van, and so I just got a little misty. Nice and dry in here though. Make sure to open the vent. Even if it's cold outside, you gotta have ventilation. Gotta open up that exhaust. I may not turn the fan on, but at least it's open. So I saw this hack online. It was to get fresh air in. I mean, you saw I have the exhaust fan to get the air out, but if you want to have any kind of exchange, you got to have air coming in. So this guy suggested online using Plano cases to keep your holes closed while driving, but you can cut the bottom out and glue some screen in there, and you can open them up for airflow. When I did the lighting in my van, I made sure to make it all indirect. That way when you look in, you can see what you're looking at, but you don't ever see a light source. I also made sure that on the outside of the van, I had a little bit of lighting also. Not only does it light up the immediate area outside the van, but I have some lights underneath, kind of like ground effects for a car, it lights up the ground all around the van. It's kind of nice of a added thing when you're walking through the dark to be able to see. It's nice enough outside tonight. I think I'll just eat outside. Having a low roof van, eating outside is sometimes better. Plus it's nice to stand after you've been driving all day. Put down this oven mitt because this pan is ridiculously hot. Getting ready for bed here. You can see the rest of that coffee table I used to make the tables in the van. This one I kind of flip down and use as a nightstand when I'm by myself sleeping. The van does sleep too, but in this configuration, it's just nice to have the table open all night. Plus I can keep my keys there, lock the doors to the van, makes you feel nice and safe and secure. In the morning, I want to get in and out as quick as I can, get on the road, so I'm just going to use the electric cooktop inside the van. Got 2,000 watts of power, run by a 900 amp hour lithium ion battery, and this little cooktop is like $16 and works great. The only thing I would say that I wish it was different is that the top wouldn't take so long to cool down. It stays hot for a long time, and I kind of have to make sure it's not going to cause any problems if I'm going to drive without it cooling off first. For years I made the mistake of unpacking the van every time I stopped, and the beauty of having the van is that everything can just kind of be ready to go all the time. All you need to do is close the doors and you can drive away. Now I've just sort of arranged all my things where I take them out, I use them, and then I put them back in the van. That way they're all tucked away, just leave whenever I want. I do stop at every opportunity and throw away any food trash. A stinky van is an unhappy van, in my opinion. Save money while I'm driving on the road by stopping at rest areas and making coffee and lunch. That way I don't have to buy from a restaurant, and it actually saves a ton of time. If you sit in a fast food line around lunchtime, it could take you, 35 to 40 minutes to get your food by the time you get off the freeway, find the place you want to eat, sit in line at the drive-thru, order your food, pay, and leave. And I find you're ending up with, substandard food, and if you eat that for 2 or 3 days, it kind of affects your system, or mine anyway, and you're on the road. Facilities are not at your disposal, so it's nice to be regular, not to get too personal, but I tend to try and work that out. Plus, who likes the name brand coffee places anyway? It's better to make my own. Tonight I'm going to be stopping somewhere where I know it's going to get below freezing, so I'm going to check my supply of diesel fuel here before I take off, so that way I know next stop if I need to find diesel. I've tucked a little diesel fuel tank in by the motor. That way I have 2.5 gallons of fuel ready to go for the diesel heater inside. Keeps the van nice and toasty. That looks like some bad luck. just decided over the years that if I'm going to be going through cold climates, it's better to just have snow tires or some sort of meaty tire on the truck. Even if I don't encounter snow, and even if the snow tires are going to wear much faster when the climates are warmer, if you're going over a mountain pass or something and you don't have snow tires, it sucks. On my second night, I'm going to stop here in Kentucky and see a couple of friends of mine. I'll still stay in the van, but we'll hang out. They're going to order us some barbecue from the local joint. It's one of the nice things about driving to your destinations in a camper van, is you can always make side stops and see people and do things that you want to do along the way. After my second cup of coffee, I figured I'd stop and brush my teeth. So one of the nice things about a camper van is you can stop and have whatever part of your daily routine you want wherever you are, and it's very convenient. You know, sitting here driving, I was just thinking about some of the videos I'd seen online. And I'll tell you, people don't cover just how much time you spend driving your vehicle on a road trip. It's a lot of sitting, it's a lot of driving, it's a lot of sometimes gray skies and a lot of traffic. I try to keep my cool, go slow, stay in the right lane. Before you know it, you are where you need to be. I look at the van as a destination that I've already arrived at before I've even left.